funny enough, also the lockdown is not so bad, so I'm happy and I hope I will stay for winter here before we see more clarity of what's happening with the new variants which are popping up every month. What's up everybody, you're watching Hustle for Life and another episode of The Lockdown Expert, where we're gonna talk about Turkey because that's where I'm located now and it's my fresh take on what's going on and why I think that at the moment in my geographical location and possibilities it was the best decision to come here, both financially and lockdown wise. So let's get right into it. When I was cornered in North Macedonia, that was literally the last place I got stuck, or from where I needed to move somewhere, and there was nowhere I could easily go to without doing my first test ever, some antigen or how they call it. Same shit, they stick it into your nose. It wasn't too bad, but of course it's not comfortable and it's questionable what is this liquid that they they first put it into some sort of chemical and then they swap you, so questionably it's carcinogenic and whatnot, but my test went well. I rinsed my nose with water literally immediately after, or a few seconds or minute, and I jumped on the bus that night and I came to Turkey, directly to Istanbul, which was a small culture shock for me because I never been to a city of that size. I think it's 2 times bigger than London. That was the biggest I was in previously. And of course Istanbul is a big city, so you have quite a big number of mask wearers, and it seems to me that the Turkish mentality is somewhat compliant with a lot of things that is pushed on them. So a lot of people already got 2 medical procedures here nationwide, and if you get on a speed train, for example, everybody is wearing the mask like perfectly, like almost they cover almost their whole face. So apart from ever-present mask wearers, it's pretty okay here. I can still go to a restaurant or bar and nothing is required, so that's nice, but bear in mind everything is changing very quickly and next week it can be different. Technically, my sort of understanding of why it's somewhat relaxed here now is that they have enough problems with the collapse of Turkish lira, so they don't want to go too hard on the local population because they would get angry, or there will be a bigger pushback and probably the government doesn't want that, so they're keeping the restrictions low, so at least some other corona refugees can come and spend their winter here or just a vacation. So yeah, overall it's a good place to be now. It's really cheap. That's at the moment the exchange rate for lira is so good that even if there would be a lockdown, it would be quite nice to be here just for that fact that everything is cheaper. My rent is now 40% less than what it used to be 2 months ago, so I was lucky that I got into the contract when 10 lira was $1 and now it's 40, you know, so 14. So economically it was the best move I could do, and funny enough also the lockdown is not so bad, so I'm happy and I hope I will stay for winter here before we see more clarity of what's happening with the new variants which are popping up every month. And yeah, we'll see how crazy they go in European Union and other places. But yeah, so far it's just best to be outside of Commonwealth and EU. Yeah, simple like that. Alright, so that was my report about Turkey. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I see you next time.